It's me, Marissa, and I wanted to make this video dedicated to my Hunger Games addiction, and specifically when I had the opportunity to meet the Hunger Games cast, and I did. This is a really exciting video and I love talking about this, so let's get started. Yes, I did get to meet the Hunger Games cast. I met them on March 7th, 2012 at the Mall of America, and it was so exciting, and it was one of the most exciting times of my life. Everybody asks how I met the Hunger Games cast, and I'll explain it right now. Basically, I was on Facebook and I was scrolling through the Hunger Games fan page, like their actual page, and they said they were having a U.S. mall tour. Where they were going to different cities in the United States in big malls, and they were going to make appearances. So they had a few, and I live in Minnesota, so I have the largest mall in America, the Mall of America. So I knew they were going to come here. Why would they skip the biggest mall in America? And I seen it, and I absolutely freaked out. It was 2 days before, so I found out 2 days before that they were actually going to be at the Mall of America, and I told my mom, and at first she told me no, I couldn't go because I had school that day. And so I was so sad because the Hunger Games were my favorite book series. I became emotionally attached to these books and to the characters and to everything, the cast. I just loved everything about it, so I needed to go. I knew I needed to go. After 2 days of persuading my mom, I finally got her to let me go, and then we found out some bad news. We found out that the actual mall was going to be giving out wristbands for the meet and greet, and if you didn't have a wristband, you couldn't meet them. And they were giving out the wristbands at 4 in the morning. Yes, 4 in the morning. And my mom had work that day, so she basically didn't want to do it. I have amazing parents, and my dad really understood that I needed to meet them because when he was younger, he wanted to meet some band, I don't remember who, Metallica or something, and he waited all night outside to meet his favorite celebrity, so he knew that he could relate to me, so I had to do it, and they actually waited outside with me for 12 hours to meet the cast. Me, my older sister, my cousin, my younger sister, and my dad all waited outside for 12 hours, starting at what was it? Yeah, it was 4 in the afternoon that day, and then 4 in the morning, till 4 in the morning the next day. Now, living in Minnesota, you already know that it's a freezing cold state. And in March, there's still snow on the ground, and it's just turning into spring, and it's still pretty cold out. I think that night it was around 10 degrees outside, so we waited in 10-degree weather for 12 hours. And let me tell you, it was literally torture. I almost died. People had tents, air mattresses, they had fishing, the fishing or ice fishing huts. They had everything you could think about there, being prepared to wait 12 hours for this. But I didn't think ahead, so all we brought was lawn chairs and some blankets. That was not a good idea, so later on my mom came back to the Mall of America, even though it's 2 hours away from my house. She drove all the way back to my house, came all the way back to the mall, and brought an air mattress for us to sleep on, which was really kind of ratchet and not necessary, but we needed it because it was so cold out. The mall was really strict about everything. They had security officers. If anybody budged in line, they would get kicked out like that. They were on top of everything, which I did appreciate, but one thing was absolute horror. I hated it so much. You weren't allowed to use the bathroom inside the mall after the mall closed. The mall isn't open 24/7. It was only open till 10 that night. So you couldn't use the bathroom inside the mall, the heated mall, after 10. You had to walk 2 blocks to an IHOP that was across a busy road, and you still risked the chance of your spot being taken. I don't know what it was. I think I was really nervous, so I constantly had to keep going pee. And because it was so cold out, my bladder was like freezing up and I couldn't hold it in. So total, we walked to the IHOP 3 times. And we actually didn't walk. We had to, my dad waited in the car the whole time because he didn't want to wait outside. So he waited in the car and all of us girls waited outside in the freezing cold weather. We had him drive us to the IHOP and somebody would wait there and we kept like taking turns. And total, my mom and dad switched off with each other throughout the night 2 times. So they would drive back and forth. So I'm really lucky that my parents are so dedicated and would actually, like, they're so nice to me and they give me everything. So I was really excited that they actually waited with me. After the freezing night was over, I finally got to meet the cast the next day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They wouldn't allow any cameras in there, which really stunk, but I did get an autograph poster, which I will show right now, and I'll tell you who I met in a second. This is the autograph poster I actually got. It looks like this. It's pretty big, so all the autographs are down here. Total, I met 6 cast members, and I'm really excited. I met Amanda Stenberg, who plays Rue. I met Alexander Ludwig, who plays Kato. I met Jennifer Lawrence, who plays Katniss Everdeen, and oh my god, she was flawless. I love her so much. She was amazing to meet, and I was super excited. I met Josh Hutcherson. Who plays Peter Mullark. I met him, and I shook his hand, and I still can't get over that. I met Jacqueline Emerson, who plays Foxface. She was so sweet. She was so nice. I just love her. And lastly, I met, who else? Isabel Furman, who plays Clove. And she was amazing as well. So I met 6 people. I got this poster. And I think that's all you really did. Afterwards, you could stay for like a Q&A, but you had a lot of other people that didn't get wristbands got to go to that instead of the meet and greet. Total, I think there was about 2,000 people waiting outside that night, and out of the 2,000 people, I was the 99th person in line. I actually went down and counted. So that was super exciting, and I think they only gave out 400 wristbands to 2,000 people, so I got a wristband. I was super excited about that. Out of all the celebrities I met, I think I've met 15 in total. The Hunger Games cast, they were definitely my favorite celebrities, and I'm really excited because I'm working on meeting the Teen Wolf cast. I don't think they're going to do any like tours or anything, so I'm assuming I'll have to find them, track them down. That probably won't happen, but I'm hoping to go to California sometime soon and hopefully meet some more celebrities. I'm really excited about that. I know it's really hard to, but I, for some reason, always have luck, and I've already met quite a handful of celebrities, and Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson are by far my favorite celebrities I've ever met. If you want, I can do a video on all the celebrities that I've met, but I have met them all through like events, and I've won things, and when I consider meeting, I consider actually meeting like talking to each other. That's what I consider meeting. I have seen a lot of celebrities. I've seen probably just like seeing and going to events, but not actually getting to meet them. I've probably seen at least 50 celebrities in my whole lifetime, which is quite a lot for living in Minnesota, which is a state you wouldn't think a lot of celebrities would go to. But that is my Hunger Games meet and greet story. I'm really excited to share this with you, and I will be making more videos soon. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.